Table talk, let's talk about it. Oh yeah. In the last bit that we had, we were talking about the donuts. So I was just wondering if I was the only one, because my wife said she didn't experience this. But back growing up in Watts, I remember donut trucks was like the milk truck. They used to have the double doors in the back and open up, and they had trays, they'd pull them out, and they have all kind of different donuts, jelly donuts, different kind of jelly donuts. He'll push that in and pull out another one, all glazed donuts.
Wow.
And so that's what we experienced in Watts back in the days. On the west side of LA, we had Delroy. Delroy had, he had almost like I would call it the small, what do you call those? It was a driving kind. And he would take pictures of everybody in the neighborhood. If you came to his truck, it was like a family thing. And Delroy had everybody's pictures on the side of the truck. He had everything on the truck. And then after Delroy,
he had donuts though?
He had donuts. He had chili cheese fries, chili cheese Fritos. He had all kind of ice cream, all kind of candy. He had everything, everything that, you was outside playing, and in my neighborhood it'd be groups. Everybody out there. The park had just got built. You know what I'm talking about? And Delroy was the man. And then we had somebody named Carl. Carl used to mess with the homegirl Reiko. Carl had the white truck, but the bomb donuts. They used to always shoot dice with Carl. Carl was cool. I remember when I heard he had passed away. It was like, damn. But he was kind of short. Cool dude though. I mean, there was some good times where I come from. But he had the bomb donuts. Donuts have always been a part of a black man's life.
Well, we didn't have any mobile donut trucks. We had donut shops.
We did.
And as you were saying, you went to Yum Yum Donuts and all that. Not me. I went to off-brand.
We didn't even have
Asian
to leave the
spots.
block.
Yeah, I had a favorite
donut.
donut spot when I was about 11 years old in West Covina called Nancy's Donuts. Anytime I got some money, I would walk over to Nancy's and get me a glazed twist or whatever. Nancy knew me. She used to give me free donut holes. But I've always loved donuts.
Yeah. Right.
I don't eat them anymore.
And then, like I say,
today we ate one.
Then as you got older, then the stuff stopped. We would go to Randy's on top of La Cienega. And what is that? La Cienega, Manchester.
Yeah,
so,
we would go to Randy's Donut.
Yeah,
right before we left LA, we would go there every now and then.
Huh? Damn,
we had started
Damn.
going there occasionally, and they would be out of donuts a lot. I guess it had gotten pretty popular again for some strange reason.
Right. Well, I guess the change has started. Because remember remember on the side of the freeway used to be messed up. They had started cleaning up over there. Remember that?
Yeah.
We knew something was going on because when you used to come off of La Cienega and come up the hill right there on the sides of the freeway, they used to moms throw all kind of stuff. It'd be trashy right there. But then Caltrans was up in there cleaning all that up. That's when stuff was happening and starting to change. And I bet you people didn't even notice it.
Yeah, you would notice it if you went to Randy's Donuts because you would see a lot of people, different looking people there than you would before.
Ain't that something? Can you? Why?
I remember coming back when my sister had moved to Atlanta, and I used to go visit her every now and then. And it would be so green and clean looking out there. And then when I would come back to LA and take that route home, La Cienega,
it used
to look so ugly and dirty and neglected.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy how California, Los Angeles,
whoever
certain cities
yeah,
started neglecting,
right, and
like the freeways.
whoever
Remember
was
how
running
messed
them
up it was
districts.
on the sides of the freeway though too.
Do you remember when we was going off of? We were about to get on the freeway on Vermont.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that
what was that?
freeway
Vermont,
entrance. I don't even
Vermont
know.
and,
It was
what's that,
Vermont
Century?
and something near Century,
Yeah.
but that freeway entrance
Did you
closest
see
to
how it
Vermont,
was?
and that was recent. Oh, it was a mess
Oh my
over there.
goodness!
It's
That's
like
cold-blooded, man.
They
How do-
totally neglect certain areas. A lot of areas started looking bad.
Let me grab this phone. Go ahead, baby. Okay, so look, this is something that we want to ask because I've never had it. But going to church, you know, I've had chicken and spaghetti. I think we're gonna do something. The wife said she want to taste. What you say, fish and spaghetti?
Well, you guys, spaghetti.
What's
When
up?
we've eaten spaghetti,
Yeah,
the only side
Spaghetti.
was salad.
or some
and some
bread.
French bread.
And some French bread. Yeah.
But on social media, I guess people in the north and people in the south,
That was only in church that I know about.
well,
Somebody
they're
had
saying
something
they
with
eat
spaghetti.
fish with spaghetti. Now, at a baby shower or like you say at church, a potluck, yeah, we might have chicken with spaghetti, but it's like a potluck. I'm
Right.
talking about when you actually go in your kitchen, cook spaghetti,
That's all you
spaghetti
had was
was the
spaghetti.
main course.
Yeah, spaghetti was the main course.
but seems like a lot of, maybe even you guys, do you guys cook side dishes such as fried fish, fried chicken with your spaghetti?
Wow.
That's the question. Let us know in the comments.
And look, but that's a lot of food, ain't it? Spaghetti,
It is.
chicken,
Yeah.
salad, and
But-
French bread.
Yeah. But
Or
one thing
fish.
I talk about my grandmother so much because I spent a lot of time with my grandmother in Alabama. My grandmother suddenly one day started making spaghetti. She never used to make spaghetti. She only cooked like soul food. I remember her making spaghetti and she fried chicken and made greens with the spaghetti. So spaghetti was like a side dish for her. But
Well, maybe she was putting small portions of
yeah.
just things that she liked. So she was making her own little
Yeah.
potluck.
And I thought that was weird, but I have eaten collard greens and chicken with spaghetti,
So,
and I wasn't at a
what-
baby shower or potluck.
like what year was that? Like what year was that?
That was
Can you
back in
remember?
the 80s,
In
and
the 80s?
everything with my grandmother is back in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, on one of our next episodes, we're going to try fried fish, and spaghetti.
Do you
you
put-
guys in the
do-
South eat fish and spaghetti too?
Do you put sausage in your spaghetti?
I've tried it before. Oh, Italian sausage, yeah.
Ita- right,
But
Italian.
link sausage, I've tried it before. I don't like it that much. But I do put Italian sausage in my spaghetti. Yeah.
Okay. And you use the thin, the slice break, the...
I don't use the thin spaghetti noodles. I can't stand the thin spaghetti noodles. I don't understand how the thin noodles can make your spaghetti nasty. But to me, I just use the regular spaghetti noodles.
Okay. Oh, there's one smaller than
Yeah,
Oh,
and
hell
those are
no.
horrible.
Yeah,
I
that's
bought those
like-
by mistake once
that's
and
like
it
the-
ruined my spaghetti. That's
But she
all
gonna
we-
add fish to this
We're
one.
just gonna try it, you guys, because this is we gonna eat. So we are trying things like we tried
Right.
the donuts with
For
the
the first
cheese today.
time. And that's gonna be my first time. But like
That's
I
gonna be
say,
our
in
first
church,
time.
they would have... Oh, I never thought of it as
Like
a potluck.
potlucks.
You know what I'm talking about? But that's exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
right.
And this is a difference though too. Sometimes at whoever made the spaghetti at church had the little bitty noodles.
They break them. A lot of people break them.
Yeah.
I don't break
They
them.
break them small too.
Yeah, that's another thing you won't catch me doing is breaking
Yeah,
my
I'm
noodles,
telling you
but
about-
some people do.
Some of the women that cooked for the church,
Yeah.
it almost yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like
different
almost like
people-
they worked in a cafeteria or something.
Yeah. No, different people do different things. Some people
Yeah, I guess so.
break their
Look at
spaghetti.
me.
Some
I'm
people
putting,
will never break
yeah,
their spaghetti, and that's
putting,
me.
I'm putting stuff on people. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
just
But
like some people put sugar in their spaghetti sauce.
sugar.
I don't make homemade spaghetti sauce, so I wouldn't know. I use store-bought spaghetti sauce that I could taste the sugar in it. But some people put sugar in their spaghetti sauce.
Hey, look, I think I'm just now realizing that sugar is my enemy. You know what I'm talking about? Sugar. I'm trying to cut out sugar for real. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been raised with sugar. We used to eat sugar bread or syrup bread, just a piece of bread, and put some syrup on it and fold that white bread up and eat it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
I'm not gonna lie
popsicles,
I've done
all kind of stuff as a kid. Candy.
I've eaten bread with butter and sprinkle some sugar on it.
Yeah.
Toast.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
I'm talking about
wasn't a
regular. I'm
big
talking about
sugar
not
person.
even. I'm talking about not even toasted. I'm talking about white bread. You dig what I'm talking about on the real? But yeah. So I'm trying to cut out sugar, and that's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hard because you've gotten your taste buds into it. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, sugar is not my friend. I don't think it's nobody's friend.
When we were kids, we were not allowed to eat a lot of sugar or
Well,
drink sugary drinks.
we wasn't either, but we did though. My mom and them allowed, you know. I remember we used to keep sodas at the bottom cabinet, like that cabinet right there, right? Mm-hmm. All the Springfield sodas, and that was my job to take out the trash. If at the bottom when you open your refrigerator,
to keep it stocked.
Keep it stocked. You know what I'm talking about? My pops had me keeping the bottom of the refrigerator stocked with sodas.
Yeah.
When we ran out, if you got a soda, you had to replace it. But since I was a little kid,
we did not drink soda in our house. We could make one pitcher of Kool-Aid a week.
Yeah, that's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
So I guess I was a sugar baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about it. But I'm trying to cut it out.
Popsicles. We could eat popsicles on the weekend. Wow.
Yeah.
I think my mom was pretty strict with us.
Yeah, your mom probably was strict. Y'all was Jehovah's Witnesses?
No.
Shout out to all the people, preaching about God. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to the people. We posted up a couple of videos. Y'all already know. Y'all see. Y'all check them out. Shout out to everybody who comment in the comment section.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
KB. We got your comment. We appreciate your comment.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man, for taking the time to type and leave us a comment.
Yeah,
we be reading
and Chris Bryant
and
always
that type of
comments.
stuff. Keep
We
us going.
appreciate you guys
no
for
doubt.
commenting.
No doubt.
I think there's a new lady. Like I said, we're trying to get more women on the channel.
Yeah, come on to the ladies for my wife.
Shout out
you know what I'm talking about?
Dia.
It's a beautiful
we saw
thing.
your comment, Dia.
You know, when you
comment.
when you keep a woman in a lineup, you know what I'm talking about?
I always tell you guys, there's social media. What I've noticed, I've seen a few videos of women at gas stations pumping gas, and I see cars circling the gas station and finding women who are pumping their gas and not paying attention. And they pull up near or on the side of the woman's car and peek in their window and see if they see their purse in their seat. And I guess they use a spark plug or something to break the window and reach in and snatch the purse and get back in the car.
Yeah. Now look, check this out. That's been, and I was telling her when she spoke about that. I said I seen that on Instagram
a little
while ago.
So that's nothing.
And it's been going on. No. Where did that happen at?
In Oakland.
Because it was going bad. I think in Philly or Jersey or one of them places. They were like off the chain with driving up, looking in your car, breaking your window with some kind of little device, digging in there, taking people luggage and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just say, damn, this shit's starting to spread like wildfire. You dig what I'm talking
so
about?
For the women who are
trying
watching,
to create,
the older women,
trying to create madness out here.
If you're ever at
Stay
the
on
gas
your toes,
station,
man. Head on a swivel.
Pay attention.
You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know how to dribble, learn how to dribble. You dig what I'm talking about? Look at my wife looking at me all crazy.
Because we both can't talk at the same time.
I know.
He has that bad talking over people.
Look, but then when she look at the video, y'all, when she go back and look at the video, she be saying to herself, damn, man, turn that off. I don't want it.
Right. I don't like to hear myself.
She be talking.
But I also get on his case because he's not participating. So I guess I better not complain.
I don't know if you guys listen to talk radio, but we listen to talk radio. We've been listening to talk radio. Well, I know my wife introduced me to talk radio. So for me, it's been about 7 years, right? I can say I've been listening to talk radio. She's probably been listening to talk radio way before me.
Years.
Yeah, at work and all that type of stuff. But she introduced me to a man out of D.C. Named Joe Madison. And they said Joe Madison just passed away.
The Black Eagle.
Yeah, the Black Eagle.
The Black Eagle.
So we want to say rest in peace to Joe. We want to just say that we learned a lot listening to Joe.
And we lost a real activist.
Yeah, activists. You know what I'm talking about?
But
you know,
yeah, we
people
learned a lot.
that stood up, you know, that was standing for something. And that was just to help his people out. You know what I'm talking about? Not just...
And what did he always say? He stood up for the people who were undervalued,
underprivileged,
underestimated, and marginalized.
Marginalized,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said it right.
That's it. Say it again, all together though.
Undervalued, underestimated, and marginalized.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, he was a
Straight
teacher.
up.
Listening to his show, they used to say it was like getting on the school bus and going to school. And that was real.
And he was checking. No, that was a good thing too. He'd check you.
Yeah, he didn't play.
He didn't play no games.
He wasn't trying to sugarcoat anything, and he will cuss you out in a minute.
Yeah.
He had a cuss jar.
That's right.
Yeah.
He'll let it be known. Sometimes he wouldn't let you talk though. I'll be driving, listening to him. I'll be like, "Come on, Joe, we want to hear what that man was going to say."
He would shut you down.
But he didn't go for it. He had he could detect when the bullshit was coming before the bullshit came through the radio waves. And if he detected you was with the bullshit,
he would shut you down
sometimes,
real quick.
Yeah, he wasn't going for it. He wasn't going for it. So,
and he would always say, he's not passing his torch. Yeah. I don't pass the torch.
He gonna light your torch, but he ain't gonna pass it.
But he's gonna keep holding his torch, and he held it till.
So I wonder who's gonna take his spot. You know what I'm talking about? We was talking about hopefully his wife does, because he had his wife, they were like a team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like I say, rest in peace to Joe Madison, the Black Eagle. You know what I'm talking about? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you've missed out. You know what I'm talking about?
And I'm sure they'll probably have, on demand where you can listen to years worth of his shows.
And you can probably, if you on Instagram, I don't know if he was on YouTube, but if you go on Instagram, if you never met Joe, you can go back and look at his Instagram and stuff like that. But we just wanted to say rest in peace to Joe, you know what I'm talking about, because we traveled with him for 7 years, you know what I'm saying, listening and learning, you know what I'm talking about.
And playing his part in uplifting the community. Yeah,
and letting us know what's going on in politics, you know what I'm saying.
Politics and everything, history.
Yeah.
He would teach Black history.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah. So, and that's always good. Real talk. I don't care who you are out there, what you doing, what you claim to be doing, whatever. It's always good to learn. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know a lot of stuff, and I ain't afraid to say that I don't know, but I have an ear. I want to listen. You know what I'm talking about? Observe, listen to what's going on, and try to retain it in this thing right here of mine. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, so other than that, you just had a problem with some banking, huh?
Yeah, and it's not funny.
Have y'all experienced anything with your bank account or the bank that you dealing with?
Because we keep hearing all this news about these big banks. Such
as Chase. I didn't heard it. And this is one thing. Again, you always tell me. I used to always tell you or say, "Babe, did you see this?" Because I be on the gram. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? But it seems like stuff happens on Instagram, or are these people paid to put this out there? Is it fear mongering? You always see stuff. I always see stuff on Instagram and people talking about it. And I'm like, how do they know this? You know what I'm talking about? But I'm tied into the hip hop, where I say this sometimes on some of the other videos that we've done. But I'm tied up into the hip hop world, so I'm seeing all kind of stuff, and they talking about this, and then all of a sudden you have a little experience.
Well, if you guys use Zelle, when you use Zelle, you can send money to people or to your other accounts.
Right.
And it gets there in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Well, on Friday,
it was better than PayPal, because didn't PayPal just have something? That guy got killed that owned PayPal. You don't remember that stuff? And they was talking about PayPal, this and that. And then people was like, well, Zelle is popping. I got Zelle. We ain't worried about that. Now look.
Yeah, so Friday, it's the first of the month. Some of us have to pay rent and stuff like that. So Friday, I'm transferring money between my accounts using Zelle. So usually funds are delivered within seconds. On Friday, money was just somewhere in the atmosphere for like 4 hours.
So So
that's scary. I've never had a problem with Zelle. I use Zelle all
they
the
be
time.
talking about this digital stuff, and then it's gonna shut down on everybody and all this. Can you imagine that? So
Don't play
that's what I'm
every
saying.
time. Don't play at the first of the month.
That's what I'm saying.
So
man.
anyway, I called the bank, and the guy was in India. The customer service representative was in India. Anyway, he's
you
like,
mean to tell me you can't talk to nobody? Oh wow, this is
America has sold out, as we know. So anyway,
all the way.
He's like, oh yeah, we're having problems. We've been having problems since this morning, and we'll have it resolved, we think, by midnight. I said, oh wow, okay. So at least I know it's a problem that you guys know about, and my money didn't just go off into space somewhere. So anyway, the funds became available after about 4 hours. But it's crazy, we're in this it's not new anymore, this digital world.
Nah, we in the matrix, man.
A lot of people still go in the bank. I don't go in the bank. I cannot go into a bank. If I go into a bank, that's like one of the worst things to me.
But the migrants, I seen some. We looked at this yesterday in the car, huh? They was marching. It was a lot of.
Woo! That was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people, and they said they was coming this way. I'm like, what's really going on? What's really hood? Do we want to know?
My thing is, we as Americans right now,
I know we living in the last days. Can y'all believe that?
We're struggling big time. I don't know if everybody's struggling, but a lot of people I hear from are struggling.
Yeah, the regular people.
Yeah.
Not the celebrities, not the ones that sitting there doing their thing that we be watching this shit.
Coming here looking for better lives when I don't know if life is better here. I mean, I know it used to be. Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know.
His computer got a mind of its own.
Yeah, but go ahead. Sorry about that, y'all. Go ahead.
I mean, and I've spoke about this before. Like on our podcast, if you listened to us before, we talked about the Ukrainians coming here versus the Haitians coming here.
Right.
But that was a while ago. So now they're showing us all these immigrants coming here, and
it's a lot. It was a lot of people, man.
And they're coming into situations that they didn't expect, such as freezing cold. And they're stuck out in the cold. Okay,
this is something I just seen. I just showed you in New York. They said there was some immigrants and they jumped like a couple police officers. But that kind of on the camera, it looked kind of scripted. Is it? I don't know. We don't know. We just table talking, y'all.
It's 2024.
There's probably some stuff going on, so don't feed into it. I guess cut your phones off, cut your TVs off. Don't pay attention, but try to pay attention.
But it doesn't seem like they're coming to a better life.
Yeah, because it ain't. It's messy.
When they're being shipped to New York, and in New York it's freezing, and they're standing outside over 24 hours waiting on a building to open, waiting on some service to open that's going to help them with housing and food, I guess. But Meanwhile, they're standing outside, freezing, sleeping on cardboard boxes.
You know, this is our thing. Watch the plays. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's big plays going on, right?
You're speaking of.
Do you want to speak about that?
Apartment dwelling. Yeah. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I just remember you saying something about apartment dwelling.
Well, my thing is when you're renting and some of your neighbors move out, not knowing who's going to move in.
Right.
That's an issue we have.
Yeah, we experienced that.
Where we live now.
Yeah.
So our neighbor,
the turnover here it seems like it's high. You know, people don't.
So our neighbor just moved out.
It seemed like we got stuck again.
Of like a 4-bedroom townhouse. So now it's empty, and it's like, oh Lord, who's gonna move in next?
They wasn't even there maybe 6 months.
I don't know, but I will talk about some of the previous people who lived there. Yeah, it is a very high turnover for that unit, and that unit has got to be over $4,000 a month.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell them about your neighbors that used to live
there.
Yeah,
we had some. we had some. You know, we had the neighbors that move in that kept their windows down in their cars all night. You know what I'm talking about? I remember we came home one time late. When they get a little, we were leaving.
We were leaving early one morning.
Early in the morning. And the kids, look,
it was so early that the sun wasn't even up.
Yeah, and the kids was on the roof. Not the roof of the building, but I guess like they got the little electrical machine right there on the side of the building, but kind of high up next to the window, so you can jump down on it.
It's a 2-story townhouse.
Man, the kids was up there, man.
Look, the kids had opened their window, climbed out the window, and sitting out on the ledge at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
They couldn't be no older than 4, 5.
They were young. Look.
I remember that time they popped out the bushes?
Look, yes. And then one time, you guys, we were leaving. Look, see, we were jumping all over the place. So it was like a bunch of females.
Hey, look, I can relate. I can relate.
A bunch of grown females, a bunch of grown males.
Yeah.
One day we're leaving.
But they had some fine cars, though.
Oh, yeah. Infiniti, Mercedes, Audis.
Yeah.
Okay, one day we were leaving, and why did all the adults run out the door?
Yeah, that was crazy right there.
That was kind of scary. Like they were.
I was hoping they wasn't looking at us like that, but they did.
It's like they were expecting somebody, and maybe they thought we were the somebody, or they looked scared too.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I remember though, we was chilling in the house one day, and I don't know if they had, you know, everybody came home at a certain time, but man, the police hit this with tow trucks and all kinds. I said, damn, what's popping right here? They was taking their cars. I don't know how they knew that everybody was home or the cars was out here.
So they got crazy evicted, too, though. Their cars got taken, but they were the type that walk outside in their slippers, psh, 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 dragging their feet, talking all loud. Who ate my ice cream? You guys, we're paying way too much money to be dealing with that type of stuff.
Hey, that was. Hey, look, that was crazy because we had been here for a minute. And we done met some cool neighbors. You know what I'm talking about? But like one of my maintenance guys told us though, on the other side, it's like it get cracking in this place. Don't be fooled. You know what I'm talking about? It's just people with more money. That's it. Everybody up in here, like, you know, you got some cool people. Then, you know, I don't even want to talk about it, but yes, it's crazy. It get crazy. So, you know, being in this environment where you're renting, you know what I'm talking about, you have to deal with all kind of stuff. I don't even know how we got here, y'all, but yeah, we was talking about apartment dwelling and not knowing who's your neighbor going to be after seem like some decent neighbors move from next to you. You know what I'm talking about?
So right now, most of our neighbors are pretty decent, but unfortunately, they moved. So now we have to worry about who's going to move in.
She worried. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, me, because I like quiet neighbors, nice neighbors, speak to you, you know, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Is everything peaches and creams outside? Is there no inflation? Are we tripping? You know what I'm talking about?
We haven't complained about inflation lately, you guys. We've been trying not to be too.
Is gas high or is it coming down? I don't even know what the gas prices are.
I heard somebody in Nevada complaining about the gas being $4.15 a gallon.
Nevada?
Yeah. Our gas is still well above that. So I think I've seen $2 and something somewhere across the country. But yeah, we're trying not to complain too much in 2024. We're being optimistic.
We're trying to make it happen, man. You got to make it happen. You know what I'm talking about?
We're being optimistic.
But the whole thing about 2024 is to be independent financially, not being independent where I got a wife, so we as one, a team, but independent financially, like getting business, passive income. You know what I'm talking about? Having more than one income around here. You know what I'm talking about? Remember there was a time you didn't know what nobody was doing? Now we in the age of seeing what everybody's doing. I remember I wasn't even on the telephone.
Hey, do you remember
now I can't put that, what I'm saying?
Didn't Facebook used to ask, didn't Facebook, when Facebook first came out, used to ask on the timeline, what are you doing? And I feel like one of those social media sites used to ask, what are you doing? Yeah, it's crazy. So we started sharing what we're doing, where we're at. Remember check-ins? People started checking in. Oh, I'm at McDonald's.
So it's a whole world now.
Yeah. And then people going live, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Going live is kind of
scary.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Too.
Bad,
scary and
messed
dangerous.
Up.
Because apparently people can
know
track where you're at when you go live. So that's why you'll never find us going live. But there's one person
pre-recorded. We love that pre-recorded.
There's one person that I watch
pre-recorded.
who is Van. She's into the van life. One day she went live. And then I guess there's something called doxing out there. I'm not going to explain exactly what doxing is because I don't really know. But anyway, she went live from her van. And some stalker was next to her telling where she was at while she was live. And then writing on her comments that he's been watching her for 3 days and she hasn't taken a shower for 3 days. And
wow, for real?
That was kind of, that's scary to know that when you're going live, you never know who's watching you. See, this is we were talking about pros and cons of social media.
Yeah.
One of the cons is you never know who's watching you.
When you go live, don't mess with that live. And
we don't know who's watching us.
Right, exactly. You don't know,
you
right?
You guys see us. We don't see you.
Yeah, right. And when you go in live, they didn't have some, I want to talk about it, but they didn't have some people that was on live and didn't on live.
Right,
you know
while they're on live, because people crazy. Find out where they're at. So,
So what?
So, social media.
See how I got stuck right there? Because it's
back
just
to that Facebook. What are you doing?
Wow.
Where are you at?
Who wants to?
You don't
they
need to know.
They preying on you
that.
out here like that. You know what I'm talking about? So
we don't need to know exactly where you're at. I mean,
Yeah, no, we don't need to know that.
You don't need to know exactly where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're sharing this with you, but we won't be going live. Let's put it that way. Oh, and another thing, somebody else I'm not even gonna say it because they watch this channel too. So I'm not gonna use them as an example, but I believe something happened to the point where they had to move.
Yeah.
We won't be doing that.
Yeah, we don't play them kind of games, right? You feel me? You gotta be on your squiz nair.
And you guys, make sure
you dig what I'm talking
you
about?
guys comment on this video.
Pay attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, because
All corners.
back to that, when you're getting views on your videos and you're not getting many comments, you're kind of wondering who is
are
watching.
the looky lows?
And what are you guys What are you guys looking at us for?
Yeah, that's
So,
why we tell
If
you
you
to
guys like
comment.
these videos, comment. Let us know
Talk
you're
to
here.
us.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
now
we're
look, we might not be talking about what you think you want, you know.
And that's why you should keep it moving.
Yeah,
if we're
right,
not.
right.
I mean, don't
Because
feel
we ain't for
obligated
everybody.
to watch
Everything ain't
us.
for everybody. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
But, you know,
If
to
you
have a
do-
conversation, to
yeah,
have a
If you
conversation.
do like listening to us
Yeah.
and you feel a connection with us, let us know. you know?
Yeah, because we regular. I think I'm regular. I'm still original. Like, you know, original man. I'm still on that. I ain't using nothing to for me to say I'm that, right? I'm just regular. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna ride, we gonna eat TV. That's about it. You know what I'm talking about? This is all in the form of entertainment, right?
Entertainment.
Good, cool, wholesome entertainment. Can you still get that? You know what I'm talking about? So that's about it with me and the wifey. We table talking with y'all. We appreciate y'all sitting back, rocking with us.
For those of you who live in the LA area and you're familiar with Natalie Thai food, some good old Thai food. We recently went there. You know, we would go to Natalie Thai like every few months or something.
And listen, if you know of a Thai food place, I don't know if y'all eat Thai
let
food.
us know.
Yeah,
in the
let
comments.
us know.
A good Thai food place.
Yeah, we looking for another Thai food place, right?
Because we had to let Natalie go.
Yeah, they are off the chain with their prices.
So-
and then on this last time we had Natalie, the prices were high, and you can tell that they shrunk the portions
Yeah,
again.
the portions were smaller. The only reason we got it was because it was a gift from someone. So our bill came up to $96 for 4 items.
Was it 4 items?
Yeah, you guys, 4 items and some spring rolls with no meat in them cost $4 away from $100. So we probably won't be going there again, but let us know if you know of a good Thai food place in the LA area or the IE area that could be trusted.
Right. That can be trusted. Do you think everybody's on social media now? And I mean, when I say on it, I'm not talking about literally on it, making content, but I'm just talking about looking at it, going to it, looking at it. Do you think the world...
remember there were certain people that were like, oh, I'm not on social media. Oh, no, I'm not on it.
They really own it.
They're really on it now.
Yeah.
And whether it be Facebook, Instagram, whether it's an incognito page, everybody's at least looking, I believe.
Man, people that they say
People
ain't
might not
supposed to
posting.
be on it, they own it
on
now.
it. Yeah, but
It wasn't cool or tough to be on the computer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they own it.
They were totally against social media. Now they are the biggest content creators
of social
out there.
media.
They be posting stuff every day, it seems like. Like, oh, when did it become okay? I guess they realize it's okay.
You got people
now
arguing with each other on social media. You got sites now where you don't even have to see. You just listening. And there's nothing but arguments and shit going on.
And they get
crazy.
so many views. It's like if you are
people
influencing people negatively,
you get all
more
kind of
exposure.
Views.
On
and
YouTube.
Look, facts. That's facts. Just look at our numbers.
Oh, and,
look at our numbers.
And on like Instagram and stuff. I mean, and we also said if
we ain't
you're
doing none of that. And our numbers
exposing yourself, a lot of your personal information, you get more exposure.
Yeah.
But you know, you try to keep some things to yourself. You know, that's what we're doing. We're not exposing ourselves completely.
Because we don't have to.
But,
you know what I'm talking about? We ain't got to do that.
I mean, if that's what it takes.
Yeah. Well, we lost it. We still in the race, but we back there. And it's all good. You know what I'm talking about?
If that's what it takes, you can count us out. Because we're not selling ourselves out like that. We wanted to talk about the earthquakes. So anybody in Southern California, have you guys been experiencing these
We'll be here for another 30 minutes, y'all.
Earthquakes. So we have, you know, and
matter of fact, we just got 2 this month. No, last month.
No.
Was it this month?
Well, it was last month, but it was within 2 weeks. It's the
What
first. It's the kind of the first
Oh
of
yeah,
the month right
right,
now.
yeah. So 2 last month.
Within 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that's not common. I mean, we usually have them. We usually feel them. I'm sure we have them like every day, but we usually feel them
Hey,
maybe
look.
every 6 months.
Look, I think the last one we got up, we went outside, we took the dog out because we had to go out anyway, let him go out. But we was the only ones outside. Like
Yeah,
everything was wrecked.
Everybody else was in the house.
We don't know what they doing inside their house,
Right.
if they up or not. But
everything
it
just
was
looked
calm
so
and
calm.
still,
Nobody
yeah.
was shook.
But we
shaken.
went outside because of
We were,
like,
because
man,
it was
let's go,
pretty
let's get up
hard
out-
and
yeah,
it was kind of long. We were like, oh my goodness.
That's a good question though. Let me ask this question. See, and I told y'all we might be here for another 30 minutes. But anyway, okay, you from California, we deal with earthquakes. What do you do when you caught off guard and you inside your house?
Do you just stay
Leave
where
that
you
in the
are?
comments because I want to know because I really want to know this question.
Yeah.
Do you try to get out your house? Like, man, I don't want this to tumble down on me. You might stay on the top level and say, man, I don't want to fall in the floor or none of that type. What do you do? You know what I'm talking about? Or do you do what they told you to do in school?
Or do you do anything at all?
Right.
Or just
Or do you just
sitting,
stay in the
whatever?
bed and say, I'm just going to ride this shake until it stops shaking? You know what I'm talking about? Or do you hop up out there and say, oh, man, it's shaking, man. Let me get
That's
the door
what I
or
do,
something.
you guys.
You know what I'm saying?
I turn into a sprinter. And it's like, where am I running to? And I've been like that all my life. It's like, if I'm in the bed, I pop up and run. Like, where am I running to?
What do y'all do, man? Please leave that in the comment on this one. Because I would like to know, do y'all stay still? Or do y'all try to find some kind of security in the doorwell? Do you got a table or something you crawl up under? Or do you try to exit out the tilt? I remember, what was that? Northridge? The Northridge earthquake?
Back in the 90s.
Look,
The
I was
early
at
90s,
work.
I think.
I used to work at Monty's Restaurant in Westwood, right?
As a matter of fact, it
I
was
used to-
30 years ago, about a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
It was
they used to
30-year
have a
anniversary.
one man. They used to have. I was in security operations, right? You know, I used to do security when I was young. You know, somebody put me up on game, so it was the only job you could have and not get fired, right? But I was down working in Monty's, the one man station, and I had to check the parking lot. Right, and they had a parking lot that swiveled around and go down from the bottom floor and on up. And I was down there, and you ain't supposed to be listening to your music or nothing in your car. So I went down there and checked on my car, wiping my shit. I had a station wagon, beat all up in it. I'm down there cleaning it. I ain't supposed to be down there. Well, I'm supposed to be checking a garage. Man, that earthquake hit. I started hearing something down there. A lot of squeaking. My car was squeaking. Man, and then the light started flickering in there. Hey, look, I got the belly. I said, man, what? Hey, it got all dark in there. I started walking up the woods. I'm like, oh, man, I started hearing people outside. Man, I'm glad I wasn't all the way at the bottom, right?
Scary.
I was like maybe 2 floors down to get to the top, to walk out to the park, to the outside area. And everybody was outside. I guess people
Where
that
was
worked that
that?
night.
Downtown LA?
No, that was
Monty's?
Westwood.
Westwood.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And man, that was crazy, man. But man, all the doors in my car started shutting. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my
I was in a wagon, so the
Scary.
4 doors, and then squeaking, and alarms started going off, and then lights flickered, and then they flickered off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying, luckily I knew the garage because I had to walk it every night. So I just walked around, just kept on walking, you know what I'm saying, until I seen the outside, and I got outside and everybody was outside. That Northridge earthquake was, that was a waker up, or for real though. That one was a crazy one.
scary.
But I'll never forget that one right there. That was cold, man. So, yeah, let us know, man, you know, especially being from Los Angeles, California.
So it's been so busy lately that we have our emergency backpack ready.
Yes. Make sure you get you a
We
backpack,
got it at the
man.
front door for now.
Well,
We'll put
we
it
got
away
a
if it
custom
calms
made
down.
one. Yeah, it's red.
Yeah.
It's custom made, but
And
you can
we
make
add
your own.
additional items to
Yeah.
it. So
make sure you got some batteries in there, some canned foods or whatever, some
Yeah.
They
Anything.
sell the stuff
Survival.
that lasts for a long time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Screwdrivers, scissors. Thank y'all for tuning in to
Thank
Table
you
Talk.
guys. We
with Coop and
appreciate
Black
you
Girl.
so much.
We gonna
Thank
eat.
you.
Stay tuned for the next episode. We gonna be cooking something like we
Maybe
said.
the fish and spaghetti.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Maybe.
about. Shouts out to all the new subscribers. Make sure you tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm talking about.
And tonight we are having this healthy salad.
Yeah.
You know, we've been eating some unhealthy stuff, so check out this salad. We're
Try to balance it out a little bit.
about to put together real quick.
Yeah,
and
he
we
working
will-
on us. God working on us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
And
We're trying
we'll
to get it
see
right.
you.
Y'all know how it is.
We'll see you in the next
It's hard out.
episode.
It's hard out here for a
We'll
pimp.
see you in the
No.
next episode.
I mean, it's hard out here. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, y'all.
We wanted to give a special shout out to our patrons. Shout out.